Welcome to the Brand Lincoln Podcast, the show where we dig into the stories behind Lincoln's most inspiring business owners and influential people. It's where big ideas and even bigger personalities collide. Proudly sponsored by Perch Merch, your one-stop shop for screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products that make your brand unforgettable. Call us at 402-217-5212 or visit us at perch-merch.com to give your business the glow-up it deserves. And don't just listen, be a true multitasker. Like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're tuning in on. And check us out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Brand Lincoln Podcast. We're basically everywhere you waste your time. Let's get inspired, Lincoln. The stories start now. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brand Lincoln. I'm your host, Chris Beecham, joined by my co-host, Henry Schmidt.
Hello, Chris.
And then Joe Cruz.
Hello, everyone.
So today in the Perch Merch studio, we have Tosha Benish and Allison Luth of Tower of Tampons.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
I'm glad, you didn't bring your guys. Are there guys on the board?
Nope.
Ooh,
It's
no.
all
well, see,
females
I thought
as of right now.
We thought a guy was coming too or something. And all I could imagine is like, well, I hope he brings a female with him because this could get real awkward. Just four dudes sitting around a table.
Yes.
Talking about
Well, you're welcome
tampons.
to join us, though. So if ever you have the urge.
Got it. Well, tell us what this is. What is Tower of Tampons? What is it? What's it about?
We're a nonprofit organization that distributes period products to the community based off of donations, either product or monetary donations.
Okay, so you nailed the name. So how did this start?
So you don't actually stack tampons and try to make...
But with
We
tampons.
actually do. We started just stacking them up, and we're like, look at the big tower. Now
See
we're
how
Tower
far
of
we could go?
Tampons. Yep.
Exactly.
So when did it start?
So I think the first year that we collected tampons was 2016.
Yeah.
We own a cleaning business together, and we had just decided that for Lent that year, we wanted to do something to give back. So we were like, we'll just let all our cleaning clients know that we're collecting feminine hygiene products to take to a shelter. So we just let all our clients know, and they would leave us donations when we'd clean. And we ended up collecting, I think, like 13,000 products that year, just by letting people that we knew know that we were doing it. And so then the next year, we had people reaching out to us asking if we were going to do it again. So we're like, well, why not? That was fun. We did we did one good thing. And so then the next year, I think we more than doubled the number of products that we brought in. So we just kept going.
Okay. And just on a whim, you just said, well, just do this one time.
Yeah. So
And-
in years prior, just for Lent, we would do challenges with each other, whether it was like no going out to eat, just stupid little things that her and I would do together. And then we had always worked in the human services and mental health field. So switching over to a cleaning business, we just felt like we were lost in what we felt like we could do with our community. So we said, let's do something for people instead of just a silly challenge between the two of us. So we set out and did this. Our clients were super on board with it. And like she said, the next year people are like, well, you're doing it again this year, right? And we're like, sure. No intent to do this. And 9 years later, it's huge. We have calls nearly every single day, several times a week for requests to get products.
Huh. Okay.
How much area does 16,000 female products take up?
Well, you'd be surprised not that much.
That's got to be a full truck bed,
Oh,
right?
no.
Make them into a
No.
tower.
So
I don't know.
that's a great question.
It's okay.
I have not bought tampons that many times in my life, Chris. I don't.
Okay, but
Well,
you have bought them before.
Less than 3 times, yeah.
Okay, yes. We've had males want to donate to us and call us and say, I'm in the aisle. What color of box do I get?
Yeah, Henry, as you're newlywed now, do you get nervous going to the store to buy tampons for your wife? Is it hesitation? Do you hide your face when you're in the?
Yeah. You just put your hood on and you just get in and get out. Yeah.
I think guys need to step it up and not be ashamed to buy tampons for ladies.
Right, and it is getting a little more normalized, for sure.
Good.
When we started, it was surprising how many males were behind us and wanting to donate do fundraisers for us. We have an attorney that went ahead and kind of did some of the paperwork for us to get started. All men. So that was surprising back then. Not so much now. It is getting different, but for sure in the beginning.
So at what point did you say, okay, let's make this a legit nonprofit and go with it?
I think kind of when Adam was like, hey, I can do some of the legwork. One of our cleaning clients is an attorney, and he was kind of like, I can help you out if you guys want to make a go of it. And we were seeing such an impact in the community. We knew that they were expensive, but going to these different locations and donating to them, and the workers are nearly in tears because they're like, these are so under-donated. Nobody brings these in. People think to take food from their pantry that they don't use to the food bank. They think to take their old clothes to the city mission, which is all wonderful and very needed. But a lot of people don't think period products. And we have women's shelters. We have street outreach programs. We have schools that just nobody gives these products to, and they're expensive, and they are obviously continuously needed.
And when we first started, I didn't realize that schools are not supplied with period products. So like elementary, middle, and high schools, all of that comes out of their nursing budget, which they also have to buy, everything for their nursing office. And they were using such a huge chunk of their budget, or having the nurses themselves or teachers bring in products to give to the kids who needed them. So we go to every school, like in Lincoln, in all the surrounding towns, we supply period products to every school, and it's very expensive.
That is a little eye-opening about
Yeah.
the schools. It just comes out of the nurses' budget. Yeah. When it's, kids need Band-Aids every once in a while, but, women need these.
Right. Every
constantly.
single day.
That's
and they're
correct, Joe.
Yep.
I have a wife and a daughter.
Right. And so yes.
Joe's going to be on your board before you know it.
I-
He's taking this
Come on.
and just,
Let's go.
he's just constantly smiling over here.
I'm just glad they're helping the community.
Okay, so what do you do for fundraising and stuff? Tell us that.
So we have people in the community who stand behind us hugely. We have bands and bars that will do fundraising events for us. We have medical offices, attorney offices, chiropractor offices that will do kind of sometimes even like challenges between different medical offices saying, okay, for 1 month, we're going to, get products for you guys. And then we've done like things, between you two, whoever gets the most product, we'll bring you donuts in the morning at the end of the product drive, things like that. Schools are huge for us. So one of the things we love is that we get the kids in our community involved, and they're directly helping right here in their own community. So we have National Honor Societies, feminist groups, and student councils at these high schools. And they will just do like a product fundraiser. And those are huge because kids in high school have social media and it just blows up. So they do monetary donations and product donations. Sometimes they give back right to their schools. And then we will also take the product and distribute in the community to, little free pantries and other schools. We drop off to street outreach programs. Community members who have heard about us or have seen us on Facebook pages will call us or text us, and we do drop-offs to individuals' houses a couple times a week.
Wow.
So
That's over and above. You know what I mean? Like that's, and the little pantry thing. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So as far as like monetary donations, you take those obviously.
Yep.
Where do you go to like Sam's?
Oh, yeah. We've
Like,
gone
I
to
feel like
Sam's
there's gotta
and got
be-
Get a big
pallet of
Okay.
products and
And everybody's
yeah.
just kind of like, what?
Yeah, we get weird looks.
we
Real
get
weird
the looks.
I bet.
Like,
Yeah.
COVID
Yeah.
round 2, is that?
Yeah.
wow. That's a lot of tampons.
Yeah.
Huh. So if people want to give to you, where do they find you? Or what's your next big fundraiser?
Okay, right now we have an attorney office that is doing like a month-long product drive. That's not very accessible except for the people who work there. We do have a Venmo, so a lot of people will just Venmo. That's so convenient for people, and they don't have to go buy products and then meet us.
Yeah, no,
What's the Venmo? What's the Venmo handle? You want to give it a plug?
And just Tower of Tampons.
Tower of Tampons.
And
Yep,
you'll
so-
know because it is the Capitol building
Yeah.
made out of tampons.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I see your hat now, and your logo on it.
Yep.
Tower Tampons.
Yep.
Capital
See it?
as a giant tampon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is great because now the women can take back the Capitol. Because I always heard it was called the penis of the prairie.
Yes.
Yeah, now-
Penis of the plains, not anymore.
Yeah, now
Not
it's
anymore.
Tampon of the city.
That's right.
Fair enough. Otherwise, Facebook, social media, Tower
Instagram,
Tampons,
Instagram.
Instagram. You got a web page.
Yep, we have a website.
Okay. Golf Scramble, charity auction.
No.
Not yet.
What are we doing?
Charity bingo.
But
Let's go.
we have done some fashion shows. Like I said, there's bars in the community who are super supportive and will do kind of like a discount or an activity, like a craft night where people go in and then they get maybe $1 off a draw if they bring in a box of tampons. We do have a Galentine's event down in Bennett, and the lady who owns Antique Anthology did it for us last year also. So she gives a discount if you bring products to the store and then you shop that day, and then she gives part of the monetary donations to us at the end of her shopping day. So
Got it.
And
that
we're always looking for people that want to host things or have fundraising events. So
Yeah, we'll have to partner up on
Yeah.
something. How many people are involved in your organization?
honestly, the majority is just Allison and I, but the community behind us is so huge. And we have people ask us all the time, like, how can I help? And I think a lot of people in the community want to donate something or do good, but unless you know of something in particular, you are kind of at a loss. So when they hear about us, they want to get full on board. So we have some people who will ask, what can I do? And Allison and I are single moms. We work full time and run a business. So a lot of times what we need people to do is just take product around to schools and individuals in the community for one day. And that's a huge help because what we don't have a lot of is time.
And yeah, because it was funny. You were talking about that. You're literally making deliveries to,
Oh, yeah.
like that has
Several
got to be
times a
very
week.
time consuming. Okay.
I mean, we got cars, Chris. We could probably drop a couple off.
You have a minivan. So
Oh, we can stack a lot of product in that bad boy.
I've got a truck and they're probably going to blow out the back. It's going to get all awkward.
I'll
again.
make some decals for the side of it.
we'll get
so
you
they
some
know
car
we're coming.
magnets. Yeah.
There we go. Well, we can make those here for
Yeah.
you. So.
I know. Let's go.
How do you two know each other?
We worked in adolescent psych in the hospital for years and years prior to starting a cleaning business together. So, like we said, we
I
have
see how the transition. Yes.
All very natural.
What-
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's very bizarre, but we always, like I said, we always worked in mental health or with community with at-risk youth. And so once we switched over to own our own business, we kind of just felt like we weren't doing what we were made for. You know, we wanted to help our community somehow, and this has been our outlet for that. And people are so behind us that it's just grown. And people say all the time, did you ever think it was going to get this big? Because we are doing stuff daily and sometimes several times a day on the weekends. We run products to people. And no, we had no idea. We had no idea it was going to do this. We thought it was a cute little Lent project one year. And now it's just, there's such a huge need that we're like, we can't say no to it.
Yeah, because it's not something that like a coat that can last them for a winter.
Right.
Right.
You know.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get into the specifics of how long a tampon lasts, but
Not as long as a coat.
Not as long as a coat.
not as long as a coat. So, what's the name of your cleaning business?
Purely
you can
made.
plug it; it's fine.
Yeah, purely made. We're very full.
Oh,
Very
okay.
busy.
Never mind. Scratch
No,
that.
no,
Scratch
no.
that.
Don't scratch it. Don't scratch it. We appreciate our clients.
So you need volunteers
Yeah.
and tampons, monetary things. What is your goal for this in, say, 5 years?
Oh boy, just making the community aware, and not just for people to donate to us, but for the community members to know that we're here for them. So there's so many people who are in need and don't know about us. And as they slowly find us, that's our purpose. But we also need those people to donate in the community because that's what fuels us. So we have so many people calling us, texting us, like I said, from the community. We have a lot of social workers and therapists that they know their clients need us. And so they'll have them contact us. And that's a great way for us to get our word out. And then Facebook, people will tag us in posts of people saying, this is what I need. And we'll get several people contact us in a day just off of that, which is wonderful because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, but then you got to distribute it all. I see how that is just then
The holdup, the hard parts, the hump to get over. Yeah.
yeah.
So if you're out there, reach out and be a taxi cab, be the delivery for them.
Yes. We have kids in high school that need volunteer hours, and we will stack the back of their trunks just full of stuff and give them a list of either street outreach programs or the little free pantries. And they will go around in a day and they will just stock these little free pantries. And we actually, if we stock a little free pantry, it'll be maybe an hour and the products will be gone.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So it's very needed.
So it's not like you guys have a warehouse full of tampons.
A lot of times when we get my backseat right now is full of them.
Okay.
And a lot of times I don't even get them into my house because right now I have 3 schools that need stuff. So I'm not unloading them and taking them to my basement to my shelves. I'm leaving them on my back seat and I'm going to drive to 3 different schools.
Huh. Okay.
I am shocked how fast I knew it was a great idea. I just didn't realize how quickly people do need them and how fast you can get rid of them. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably another one of our goals is just kind of educating people as to the need, because I don't think that people realize the quantities that get gone through in these like facilities and treatment centers and
Well, just schools.
So
oh my gosh.
expensive, yeah.
I can only imagine.
And the nice thing about schools is the nurses know their individual students. And so there are students that come in frequently. And then when it comes to Christmas break or summer break, those nurses are aware of the students that are constantly coming in. They give them our card and then they can contact us and we can kind of stock them up for like the summer. Because if they're going home and not having anything, likely there's a mom or a sister or a friend who also doesn't have any that they can, reach out to. And so they can contact us and we can stock them up.
Is there a time that you just really knew that what you were doing was right? Like, I'm sure it's very rewarding, but is there like a moment where you're like, that's when you knew that like, we have got to keep doing this because now we can't stop?
For me, year 2, they ran an article in the Lincoln Journal-Star about us. This was year 2, so it was fresh for us. We were just kind of like, oh, we're just still doing this, and we were getting messages and letters from people all over the United States that had read our article. We would have people donate things and mail them straight to our house from other states. Old women who would write in their cursive letters with checks sending to us saying, I wish I would have had somebody like you when I was young. I had nothing like this. And the stories of women who didn't have access or could not financially buy period products instead of XYZ, whatever else it was that they needed for their
it's
family.
Not something you can go without.
Right. And so
Well, not easily.
So people use other things instead of hygienic period products that we distribute. They were using other things to get by because they are so expensive. So the stories like that we were getting, we were like, we can't not do this.
we had the woman at the Good Neighbor Center when we took a donation there who said that they have women who will use pads for days and that can lead to infections just because, or they would try to wash them out and reuse them because they had no other option. So I think,
no access to
when
them.
we hear stories like that.
How much is a tampon or a pad? Like an individual one?
I think they
Like
sell
what's
by
the
box.
average? What?
I think they sell them by the box.
They
I
sell
know,
them
but
by,
like-
so they
but
sell
do
them.
say like the price
what's it
per
They
unit.
do. I would say average maybe like 30 cents
Yeah,
a
30
piece.
cents.
Okay. How much is a box then? What, a
So you
couple
can-
dozen come in a box?
So you get like
What,
maybe.
why am I looking at Joe? Joe, how
I
many
know
come in a box?
they have no idea.
The
You
tampon
do.
expert Joe right here. I think it's 24,
For a smaller box, yeah.
but they come in variety packs with like the different flavors on them.
Like- never know what flavor you're gonna get.
Different scent. It's the smell. That's the
What color is it?
fragrance.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Don't tell my wife. Have you thought about making a mascot?
Oh, good Lord.
Just curious.
Joe can do that for you.
If you want to be our mascot, I'll take you.
You could wrap your vehicles.
Or maybe not a mascot, but like one of those wacky wavy inflatable arm
Oh, that
floating
would be
things.
Oh yeah, but it's a
With a
tampon.
tampon.
That would be
Yes, that would be amazing.
We'll get a Perch Merge approved
Yes.
version of that.
Got it.
I mean, just we appreciate you getting the word out. Like I said, not only for people to donate to us, but for people in the community who need our services. We've got a list of people right now that we need to get product to this week. So it's just a matter of her and I coordinating who's going to be in that part of town and when can we drop them off. And
We got to get, yeah. Well, I guess you have them in your car, but otherwise you have to go get them somehow.
so that's the nice thing about Venmo is people can just Venmo straight to us. We put it into our Tower of Tampons bank account. And while we're in Lincoln, if somebody calls us and we don't have them in our back seat, we're going to Target, we're going to Walgreens, we're,
Yeah.
wherever.
What if we did like drop boxes, like next to the Goodwill, But it's Tower Tampon drop boxes.
Yeah.
And it's just they
That'd
can
be
just
cool.
take the box there and put it in there.
Yeah. And that's what's nice about some of the businesses in our community that have done it. I mean, we've had
we could be
everything
a
from
drop off point. We got plenty of space.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would be better to put the drop
bring 'em
box at
down
the
here.
school that needs it.
Yeah. We do have a lot of kids.
But then they don't have to drive there. That's part of the deal.
Right. Which would
And
be
it saves them
handy.
time that they need.
That would be handy.
Oh.
Yeah, we have kids in the schools that will individually just want to do a project for the school. So we've had a couple different middle schoolers or high schools, individuals just contact us through like Instagram. They've just seen our posts somehow and they want to just have a big donation drive and they individually do it themselves, which is so amazing. It's seeing leaders in our community, we love to see that. We love to get the kids involved or the community involved because that's the only way we can survive this. So just watching the kids get involved and doing something directly for the community that we live in is probably one of our favorite parts.
I like it.
All right, to wrap up our podcast, we do like to ask our guests where they like to go for entertainment, dining wise, whatever you do while you're not out delivering tampons. What do you like to do?
Okay, I live on an acreage, so I like to drink wine at home and garden, and I have chickens, and I am obsessed with my dog.
Yeah. I have kids that play sports, so I do that. Otherwise, yeah, I like to drink beer.
And we really do like to support the local businesses that kind of like help us out. So 1867 has been great, Code Beer, the Axe Throwing. They've all done events for us that we just greatly appreciate because when they put flyers up during these events, people that come in can see what we're doing and just going back to either they're going to be donors or they are in need of what we're doing. And so just having a little event like that with a flyer up in a bathroom stall with our Venmo on it or our contact information, and that's huge because it's another outlet to get our name out into the community. So,
Okay.
I think that'll do it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
well, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
We appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you.
definitely be doing something with you guys. I think this
That'd
is
be
great.
great.
That would
So,
be very fun.
All right. Thanks, everybody.